I'm Billiam, and we are the Digi-Dudes! And I want to start this episode off right off the bat by saying a thank you to everybody out there who wished DeviDude a happy birthday.
Thank you!
As of recording this, DeviDude's birthday was yesterday. So thank you to everybody out there who wished DeviDude a happy birthday. If you guys don't follow us on Instagram, we had a lot of really awesome people wish him happy birthday there and post happy birthday stories for DeviDude. So thank you so much to everybody out there for that. Now, let's get right into this episode. This is a Patreon-sponsored episode by our Patreon supporter, War, and he wanted it on the Digimon card game. He left it up to us on what the actual topic could be. So I went with a deck profile of the newest deck I've been working on. So this is not a competitive deck. This is my personal fun deck, the deck I enjoy playing, and it has some sentimental value to me, which we're going to talk about as we go through.
And now since all this play of the card game after this, I really want to play the card game. It's my Diablo deck.
You want to play the card game after this? All right, DeviDude, we'll get some games in. Okay, so the deck I run for my personal fun deck is a Tyrannomon deck. Now, the reason it has sentimental value to me is because when I first started playing the Digimon card game, the new one here, the Tyrannomon deck was the first deck I built. So a lot of Tyrannomon support came out a few sets back, and we're getting a lot of Tyrannomon support in BT11 when that comes here to the English release. So I felt like it was a really good time to take my original deck and update it with what we have now, and then when that new support comes out, I'll definitely be updating it then with the new support. Alright, so now let's get right into the deck itself.
Grab the deck!
And we're going to start with the babies, and our first baby is...
This cute little baby Dragonmon!
DeviDude, which, if you have piercing, it gets 2000 DP. Your Digimon is inheritable. So that works really well with Taiga. Taiga gives Tyrannomons piercing. So you're going to get a boost and a bump on that. So we run 4 of them because it just works really well with Tyrannomon.
And they're cute little baby dragons.
There are. And then we run 1 of these dudes just because it's just a little extra bump. Honestly, I probably don't need 5 babies, but I have them anyway because I want to be able to get those free evolutions
Next time we have
into
Agumon!
Tyrannomon. Okay.
Next time we have Agumon!
So now we're going to be going into the child level Digimon.
We've got an Agumon!
Yes. So I am running Agumon here. This is the Searcher Agumon. I got the promo here, but
it's a really cool design.
It is a really awesome design. So I run 3 of the Searcher one because we want to find those Taigas is really what it comes down to.
Hi!
We want to see Taiga as soon as possible in this deck and as many Taigas as we can get on the field. That is the whole point, to get those Tyrannomons out there and bump them up with Taiga. Now we are going to be playing another Agumon. This one...
How much Agumons do you even have in this deck?
My
goodness, I see another Agumon!
I actually play a lot of Agumons because when building this deck, I also wanted to keep it to an actual Digimon theme. So Agumon naturally can Digivolve into Tyrannomon. So I tried to stick with Digimon that can naturally Digivolve into Tyrannomon just for fun.
Agumon!
So this Agumon here gives us plus 1000 as heritable. So we run 4 of him, free evolution, quick and easy.
And another Agumon!
And now we're also running 4 of the green Agumons because this deck is red-green. And it does the same thing as the other one. It's not quite as good because it has a little bit lower DP. It's got 1,000 instead of 2,000. But having a green Agumon to be able to Digivolve onto is helpful. And now we get to
Agumon.
the vanillas here.
Oh, finally, another Agumon. Gazemon.
We've got Gazemon for my vanillas.
Oh my goodness, Gazemon is a red? I thought he's a purple.
This Gazemon is red, and as you can see there, he's on top of Dark Tyrannomon, because Gazemon digivolves naturally into Dark Tyrannomon. Alright, now...
I didn't know that.
Now that we got the baby's out of the way, child's out of the way, now we're getting into the meat of the actual deck here. We have our Tyrannomon. Four copies of the original BT1 Tyrannomon, the one that started the deck for me.
Of course, there has to be a Tyrannomon for a Tyrannomon deck.
Exactly, DeviDude.
My Diablo deck didn't have a Diablo at all. It would be a Diablo deck at all.
This Tyrannomon has jamming, so that's really good. Just keep them swinging, keep them going, and security.
I see another Tyrannomon!
Now, this is a new addition to the Tyrannomon deck here. One that I feel like fits so well, and I really love this card overall. It is the Tyrannomon from the EX set. EX1 set.
I think I see another Tyrannomon!
Yup. This Tyrannomon, we can digivolve on green, we can digivolve on red, so that's really awesome. It's treated as green and red. This is before we actually had dual color cards, but this is a dual color card. And then, let's just read his effect off right here. When digivolving, if you do not have a Taiga in play, you may play one from your hand without paying its memory cost. So that is absolutely amazing for this deck. And then we do have an inheritable. While this Digimon has Tyrannomon in its name, it gets plus 2,000. So you're going to hit that on all of our evolutions anyway, because we're only running Tyrannomons in this deck.
And I see and I think the next one up is another Tyrannomon.
Yup. Keep in mind, guys, as long as it has Tyrannomon in the name, it still counts. It could be Dark Tyrannomon, Metal Tyrannomon, Rust Tyrannomon, as long as it has Tyrannomon in its name. Now, the next Tyrannomon we're going to go with, we're only running 2 copies of, and it's the Green Searcher Tyrannomon.
I know! It's another Tyrannomon!
It's not bad, but I wouldn't recommend running any more than 2 for this. I do want to get the new alt art for this card because it looks amazing, the alternate art version. I definitely want to get one in this deck. Yeah, buddy.
Let me guess. There's one of every single Tyrannomon that ever exists.
I don't run every Tyrannomon. I only run the ones that I think work well for the deck.
Well, there's a lot of Tyrannomons, so definitely I would say a Tyrannomon deck. Well, this whole thing is just Tyrannomon and Agumon!
Now, we're going to be rounding up the last level 4 here, the last adult level one, and I'm running 4 Dark Tyrannomons. This is the new version of the card.
Oh, there's Gazemon!
Exactly, with the Gazemon there, because I thought it looked really cool and very fitting that we have the Gazemon with Dark Tyrannomon in it and the Dark Tyrannomon with Gazemon in it. This Dark Tyrannomon is absolutely amazing. I love this card, and it works just so well.
It does nothing.
But its whole thing is it digivolves for 1, and then it's got a 6,000 DP. That is really high for an adult level Digimon. So it's really easy to digivolve into him and then kind of bump him up a little bit. And then with Taiga and your babies, you could really increase that damage and get him really strong very quickly. This is a very aggressive deck. I tend to really like aggressive decks. I don't really like to play slow games. I'm more of a just go, go, go type of player. So this deck definitely reflects that.
You didn't... In the front of the episode, you said that this was our fun deck.
This is my fun deck. It's not. No, I just said it's not my competitive deck. This is my fun deck.
Yeah, but you said you go hard on it.
I still go hard on everything. Daddy's a really competitive person in general. Daddy's a really competitive person in general. So now we're going to be running. Now we're going to level 5s. We've got 4 copies of Master Tyrannomon.
Of course, it's another Tyrannomon.
Yup. This one's dual color red-green, and I really love that ability it has there. Your turn, all your Digimon with Tyrannomon in their name gets +1 security. That's amazing. We're running all Tyrannomons except our child levels, so all of our Digimon are pretty much getting +1 security. Once I Digivolve into Tyrannomon, I'm swinging. I'm attacking. So that +1 security really helps out. And to be able to Digivolve into Master Tyrannomon right off as fast as possible is the best way to go here. So what I personally like to do is I like to Digivolve him in the raising area just to make sure I get there and to get safe and then bring him out. Everybody's gaining from his abilities. And I try not, as long as I have one on the field, I try not to swing with him just to keep him on the field. But if I get a second one on, then I'm swinging with him. I'm going for that there. Now, the last level 5 we're going to be running is going to be Metal Tyrannomon, another beast, OG beast here.
How much Tyrannomon in this stick do you seriously have?
A lot. So he's got an evolution cost of 3, which isn't bad for a level 5, but that DP of 10 is crazy. So you start building up a stack of something like you got Baby Demon, then you throw on a Agumon, then you Digivolve into
a Tyrannomon.
And then we'll Digivolve into this Tyrannomon, and then over here, now you have a massive beat stick. If you got a Taiga on the field, he has piercing. So now he's getting 2, 3, 5,000, 1,500 DP he's got. And you're swinging over most of anything. If you got a Master Tyrannomon on the field, he's getting +1 security. You got Taiga on the field, he's gaining piercing. So all these Tyrannomons are really going to help each other out. And you're really going to be benefiting from their synergy.
This deck is a beast!
Thanks, DeviDude. Now we're going to get into the Tamers. Of course, we've been talking about them a lot. We've got 4 copies of Taiga. Gives all your Tyrannomons piercing. You can suspend him to lower the evolution cost of a Tyrannomon. So, if you have 2 of them on the field, most of your Tyrannomons are free evolutions now. You're Digivolving from onto baby into child level for free, then you're Digivolving from child level to adult level for free. That is awesome. Free cost anything is always amazing in any game you're playing. Now, the last one we're going to be playing is for the memory mostly, but we're playing 2 copies of Hero, and we do get that nice bonus there. The extra 2,000 DP, we can still hit that because we're level 5 or higher if we have Master or Metal Tyrannomon on the field. So that's really good too. But he's mostly there for that memory gain because we don't have a lot of memory gain in this deck at all. So I need something for a little bit of help.
The specials!
Now we're going to be going to the option cards. I've got 2 offensive plug-in A's. Again, aggressive. We want that +1 security there. So that is awesome. We like to see those. Then, again, because we don't have much on the memory gain, I am playing 2 red memory boosts to try to help that out a bit and try to get as much memory as I can with this. But this deck doesn't need a ton of memory to go. There's enough child levels in this deck. You're almost never Digivolving. You're never hard playing a Tyrannomon. Almost every time you're going to Digivolve into them. And our child levels are very low cost if we do have to hard play them. So that helps with the memory there. Now, these are really for my own personal play style and preference. I run 2 copies of Needle Spray just because we aren't a really overall powerful deck. We don't have a lot of Digimon that are super strong. So to be able to suspend, get them out of the way is a lot easier. And to get around and get over things.
Needle Spray!
Ah! And then the last card in the deck, again, is a one that my personal preference is Hornbuster. Just to give a little extra DP. And its security effect is actually pretty good. I like its security effect. Security, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, add this card to your hand. So again, suspending them, getting them out of the way is a plus in my opinion.
Hornbuster!
Alright, guys, so that is my Tyrannomon build. I know, not quite yet, DeviDude. I know there's a lot of other Tyrannomon builds out there. I see a lot of Rust Tyrannomons. I personally just am not a fan of them. That's why I went and made my own. This is more reminiscent to the original Tyrannomon build. It is very much a rush deck. As soon as you hit Tyrannomon, you're running, you're attacking, you're going for security, and you're trying to get your opponent off balance before they could really set up anything. Again, not a competitive deck, but definitely one I have a lot of fun with. If you guys have, again, this is my own personal build. It's not the most amazing thing. So if you guys have any suggestions or recommendations, please leave them down in the comments. I would love to hear them and love to talk to you guys about your ideas. And it could also help me improve my deck. And if you guys want to play sometime, let me know down there in the comments also. And maybe we can get together and play on the channel sometime together. That sounds like fun, right, DeviDude?
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that, if you guys enjoy my Tyrannomon deck, make sure you Giga Blast that like button.
And touch the
Ooh. If you guys, thank you so much to everybody out there who likes, comments, subscribes, watches. You guys are all amazing. Speaking of amazing people, check out these dudes over here, our Patreon supporters. Without these amazing dudes, we would not be able to continue to bring awesome Digimon content to you, like this episode that was picked by our Patreon supporter, War. If you want to find out how you can pick an episode and a topic there, go check out our Patreon down below. And with that, as always, from me, my family, to you, have a Digimon!